Hello. Good afternoon. How we doing? How's things? What? Ababwa. Hi, Des. Okay. Music. Put that over there. Where? Where? We are doing our store page setup today. Okay. So, get a few things open. We're just here on this screen to save looking at just my blank desktop. Okay. Minimize that a sec. Let's have a look, see. Files. Gumroad. Stardust Hourglass. There's the Unity package. The Hourglass doesn't really have instructions because it's not like it, because it's an accessory, so you just kind of put it where you want, you know. So I don't really have instructions to include with it, so I guess I'm not gonna write that. Right. I need the photos that I took. A very rare occurrence where I'm like looking directly at you, because I'm normally slightly off center. I feel. Pictures. VR chat. And here we go. There's the photos that I took the other day. And then we're also going to want the page templates that I made. Like that, okay. Okay. Okay, I think that's all the stuff that I need for now. There we go. As plans for the store setup, I mean, we are doing it. We are doing it now. Okay. Okay, so we'll come over here. Ugh. Me looking up Panosphere tutorials. Okay. Dashboard. Products. I've sold 13 scarves. Yay. Okay, so let's get some pictures in. I'm gonna go to painting, so I'm not observing the screen anymore. Enjoy setup after working late night set up your store with dinosaurs. Yeah. I was very close to making a joke about how I quit working in retail to play games about working in retail, but I felt like that was a bit on the nose. I mean, this is why I'm in like the just chatting category rather than in the art category, because this is more of a chatting stream. Because, yeah, I feel more like, you know, I'm gonna be more. There's not gonna be like when we're playing a game, we often talk about the game, so it's like, you know, we can just talk about whatever. I was like, what's that? I was like, what's that weird square? It's the reflection of the room. I was like, is that an error on the geometry? No, it's the reflection of the room, because it's a reflective surface. I hadn't thought about that. I think that's the one I want to go for. I'm going to flip this. Okay, that one's like the close-up. Stardust Hourglass. I'm going to put this one here. Okay. Eating some of my birthday chocolate still. It's been 2 weeks. There is still so much chocolate left. I'm going to be eating this for like 6 months. Because Stanley went to Costco and just bought like a mega box of chocolate. And I'm like, I eat one a day. There's like 100 chocolate bars in there. Also, making the hourglass has made me want to do a drawing of Delmara trapped in an hourglass. And I almost did it while I was away yesterday, but I ended up drawing Kika instead because basically I only had half a page and I was like, I want to fill the page, but I don't want to leave half a page empty, so I did a little Kika drawing first, and then on the next page I was like, I'm going to draw an hourglass. And then I came home. Because all of my doodles are always digital because I'm always at my computer. So the paper sketchbook doesn't see use anymore. Really? Hi, that brought you back to the computer. Yes, really. Yes, really. Thanks for the lurking core. This core's busy at work. Basically, because I was visiting my parents for the day. Rare case of them visiting, of me visiting them instead of them visiting me. And we were sat in the garden having lunch, and I had bought my sketchbook with me, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to try and draw in this because I never do anymore. It's really fascinating looking at my sketchbooks in the past, how like my first like dedicate, like I drew a lot as a kid, but I drew a lot on loose paper, and it was only kind of when I got to college that I started having a dedicated sketchbook. And it's fascinating how my first sketchbook is almost perfectly like the entirety of like college, I believe. It's been a while since I've looked at it. And then like my second sketchbook is almost the entirety of university. And then my quote unquote current sketchbook has been from the end of university, which is now nearly 10 years. It's technically 9 years, because I believe it's 2016. Because funny enough, past me dated the first drawing. The first drawing in this is dated 2016 in March. I don't date them anymore. But yeah. And there's like a brief amount of use from work, basically, old work, of I would draw on my lunch break. But now that I work from home, anytime I have the itch to draw something, if I'm on lunch break or I'm just chilling, I do it on the computer. Which obviously you're very familiar with, Das. You receive probably about 90% of these doodles. So the sketchbook is just unloved a little bit, frankly. A little unloved. But it is, I think, 10 pages away from being completed and getting a new one. And in my brain, I'm like, maybe if I got a new one, I might be like, oh, let's use it. So hence why when I was like, oh, I'm going to go see my parents for a day, I was like, I should take the sketchbook and try to draw in it, because I fall a lot into taking my sketchbook and not using it. And I think mobile phones are obviously the biggest culprit of that, because as well, I don't think it's the exact day, but 2016 probably is going to start meshing with, I'm going to Google it actually, rather than just saying a random thing and being incorrect. Yeah, 2016 is the release of Pokemon Go. So I stopped, when I was out and about, I stopped drawing and I started playing Pokemon Go instead. So even to this day, like, quite often, I have two sketchbooks, the big A4, which was what I used to take to work and to uni and to stuff, and then I have a little A5 one that lives in my like side bag, which anybody who's met me in real life knows what I'm referring to. Bag lives with me when I leave the house. Don't go anywhere without it. It's always got a sketchbook in it. The sketchbook never gets used. And part of me wants to try to get better, but it is so easy to just fall into the, oh, you know, we're waiting for food at a restaurant, I'm going to pull my phone out and just scroll for 10 minutes while we wait for food. Where it's like, you know, maybe I should pull out my sketchbook and draw something instead. So yeah. So I was at Mum and Dad's and I drew Kika because I had half a page, and I was like, well, I want to finish off the page, but the picture of the hourglass that I want to try drawing, I wanted to use the full page. Oh, well. So yeah. The thing is that now that I'm home again, and I didn't actually draw it, it may end up just being a digital drawing on the computer again. And I'm not, you know, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not saying I'm trying to do digital drawing less. I'm trying to do traditional drawing more. Because, as I said, I used to traditionally draw in my sketchbook when I was out. And now when I go out, I end up playing on my phone. Yeah. Or talking to friends, but obviously I would much rather talk to friends than do either of those things. That's fine. But if I am just sort of like not interacting and I'm on my phone, I feel like I should maybe try to get in the habit of pulling out the sketchbook instead. Yeah, reducing screen time. Okay, power chocolate. Way too small. Still too small. The only thing I couldn't decide is would she go in the top one or in the bottom one? I think I was going to go with the top one. But both have different meanings. Really, don't they? It's just going to be 100, isn't it? We actually had a little bit of rain. It appears to have stopped. There was rain and there was thunder. Put a little note here: clothing and belt. Blet. Clothing and belt for example only, not included. I'm not saying it in Twitch for context reasons, so DMs. Understandable. Yep. Yeah, basically. So they both work. That's why I was like, I don't know which one to pick, because they both work and they both mean different things. Which then also made me think about those little nightmares drawings that I did where she's teeny tiny. It was like, but what if it is not a metaphor? And it is exceedingly literal. Hi, Rexio. How's everyone? I'm good. I'm good. There is only a terrible notion with another terrible notion, though, classical birdcage. Oh, the birdcage is classic because bird symbology was, like, always their thing. Bird symbology was always there, so making that very literal is also just I mean the in capital letters fic, the big one, the big timeline one, all of the chapter names are related to birds, if you remember. So the bird symbolism has always been there. So that's a good one. Drink my tea. I feel like I need to put text on here, but like I don't know what to type. Well, he's been a fat cat barn owl, he'd be a barn owl. I hate that you say that. I hate that you say that. And you know why? Because she's also an owl. And Delmara's mother's mother who was a druid, her signature B shape was an owl. So I hate that you say that independently of me giving you that information. I'm very upset. Delmara isn't a barn owl. She's an what's it called? Is it literally just the ash owl? No, I've forgotten the name of it. But yeah, she's also an owl. And again, this is so funny when you say these things because it always feels like it's like you're only saying this because I said it, and I'm like, no, this has existed in my brain for a very long time. You know which channel has the most beef with owls? Corvids. Yeah, I know. Because I envisioned as like a personal like headcanon thing that like in the future, that in the future Delmara, you know, doing her future job stuff, gets her own alias, and she gets called an owl because she's silent, but still has like the bird motif. Raven and an owl. Oh, I think it was the sooty owl. The sooty owl. It looks like a barn owl, but it's littler and is grey and black. Look at it! Look at it. It's so cute. Little creature. It is a creature. It's a creature. And it's part of the Taito genus, which is the same family as barn owls, which you can tell by looking at it. Because owls have like two main branches. There are literally two main branches of the owl tree, which is, I believe, Strix and Taito, and Taito is basically mostly the barn owls, and then Strix is like everything else. So, like tawny owls, the great horned owl, yeah. And I first learned about that from reading The Guardians of Ga'Hoole, which is, if you don't know, it's like warrior cats but owls. Because I loved warrior cats growing up, and I was like, you know what, we need warrior cats but as birds. And then the Guardian of Ga'Hoole movie came out, and then I learned there was books, and I was like, holy shit. And that was like one of the key plot things for like the villain, because the villain was a barn owl, and that was like part of the thing of like, we're a higher class than the other owls because we're a different thing. And it's like, oh either a barn owl or Nigel Rio the cockatoo. I know him well because yep. And you remember when I sent you that like 3-hour video essay about King Candy and Turbo? The person who did that also did like an hour-long video essay about Rio. So yeah, yes, I'm familiar with him. No, ooh, wait. What's the I forgot the name of it. Is it a screech? No, it's not a screech owl. Is it a screech owl? The northern white-faced owl. I.e. the little gremlin who can do this shit. That's just funny, though. That's just funny. They're funny little guys. But also there's big owls. Like the eagle owl. You know what? Great grey owl. Great grey owl. Oh, come on, you can do better than that, Google. Great grey owl. It's even got the facial hair. Him big. Him big. Great grey owls, I believe, are the biggest owls. Yeah. Welcome to my TED Talk about owls. Anyway, that's just funny. That's just funny. Ask me about the bird symbolism in my characters. They all have them. Even if for some of them the symbolism isn't really symbolism, it's just, hey, you're a bird. All my characters have bird symbolism. You're incredibly correct. Thank you. I'm blue, and one of my hyperfocuses is birds. If I ever met Brennan in real life, I think I would like have to try and get onto a conversation about birds. You're making me think of other characters of mine and their bird symbolism. Listen, for a lot of them, it's not subtle, but for some of them, they also have them. Do you want to know Talos? Because it exists. Talked with Curls about it, and Curls also gave it a big old thumbs up, and I was like, yeah, because I think about birds! Because I think about birds! Harp Eagle? No. No. Far too obvious. No. You'll love it. You'll love it. It is a a northern shrike, also known as the butcher bird. Why? Why not? See, you gotta get past the immediate obvious first thought, and then you actually think. Why do I think Shrike? I have mentioned Shrike in the past, but we've not actively talked about it. But yeah, Tyler is Shrike. When we were talking about, I think we had the conversation about the Rebellion's code names of like, oh, what was everybody's code names been? And I was just like, Tyler's Shrike. And then later, I went and had a cup of coffee with Curls, and we talked about in more detail about Shrikes, also known as butcher birds. Little bastards. They're great. I did think Butcher Bird, and then I heard Shrike and went, fuck yeah, there we go. That means my characterization is good. The bird symbolism is there. Thane is too horseboy lion coded for bird in addition. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I would agree. If like the bird doesn't necessarily go with him, it's like yeah, in game we can think up like code names for everyone because everybody had bird code names, but it's like do they fit is a different question. But Tala, Shrike, Butcherbird, yes, yes. Also, no, the no to Harpy Eagle. This often gets forgotten a lot. I think Kirok is a Harpy Eagle. Because I try not to use the same one twice. Try. Sometimes happens. Kirok's a Harpy Eagle. I still feel like I need text put on here, but I don't know what. Stardust Hourglass. Stardust Hourglass. Yes, for the bird characters it's easier because it's not symbolism, they're birds. What bird would I but Frogmouth? Aww. Let me look at my pictures again, because we have this one. We do levels. There we go, just so it's more visible. Creations. Hourglass. And I'm just going to say it in there. Always had high, high hopes. I think it'd be very hard to not think of Zealot as a crow. Very clever, but also sister species to the Corvus genome with magpies. I mean, there's more types of magpies. They could just be a different type of magpie. There's also jays. I can picture a jay, also a corvid, not a blue jay, just a jay, regular jay. The Eurasian jay. Although the Stella's J has his hair, which is funny. Stella's J has his spiky hair. Yeah, there's more than one type of magpie. Apparently the Australian magpie is horrendous and actual menaces to society. Might need to be the Stella J. The Aussie one for war crimes would be the same too. Yeah, the Stella's J is funny just because it has his hair. The Stella J is funny just because it has his hair. Yeah. Birds! I'm gonna end up pulling my bird book off the shelf soon. I think I'm overthinking that. Stardust Hourglass. Somna inspired asset for VR chats. Price. It was 7. More work had to go into this. My head immediately went Whittick as a drone. Aww. Hurry's a desert sparrow. Didn't Frog say that they were an ibis? When we had the name conversation. Didn't Frog say that Hurry was an ibis? Ibis? I don't know how you pronounce it. I think you're right. I may not always pay attention, but I like birds. My brain saw the tiny creature bird and went, son. Aww. Excuse me while I trim my nail because it's annoying me. Stardust Hourglass Unity package. I'm just gonna have it slash hourglass because that's like the easier one to remember. Hourglass. it's time to copy my TOS. Paste. Okay, let me copy this from my other ones as well. Well, you will receive a uni package containing the Stardust Hourglass prefab, including Fizzbone setup, including Fizzbone and materials, because there's two. Okay, base avatars, pictures used, examples are not included. Materials provided, use the delete Furality Somna shader found here. Digital product and non-refundable, requires Union SDK. Substance file for blah 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 blah. VRC Fury is honestly not actually recommended with this one. You don't actually need it. If you don't want. Okay. Brief distraction because I was also copying stuff from the scarf page. I love the picture of all the different avatars wearing the scarf. Oh, I seeing all the different ones wearing it. Okay. I've sold 13 scarves but only had 2 reviews. We try to remind people to write reviews. Although, as we established literally on stream, people don't read the emails that get sent out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is one of the items where I almost feel like it would be nice if I could get a video put on, which I've not done before. But that's going to require me to go load up VR chat again, which is a lot of work. Community content. Video producer. I mean, just look back at the bit that we did on Monday. And let me put a pretty picture on screen. I'm just looking at like the footage that I did. No, I think I would have to go in VR and like re-record, like specifically record something to be like the video for it. Okay, yeah. I don't think I can use that, so I'm just going to close it. Right. Flavor text, always fun. Trying to write flavor text. Let me save for now. Not a link. Upload computer files. Stardust Hourglass. And then another one. Upload file. Fuck, I need to find it. Again, I'm going to put that on screen just so there's something cool to look at. I need to find the Substance Painter file. Whence did I save it? I believe it's on my H drive. Accessories. Hourglass. Hourglass. And we're going to rename it the Stardust Hourglass. Computer file, Stardust Hourglass. God damn it, I wish that that is not a thing that it would do. To attach. You know what, I've done that with both of those, so I'm a little worried about whether they have actually, like, uploaded correctly now. Thank you so much for to leave a review, to attach. And then on there we want view to files, star, dust, hourglass. Drag and drop the prefab onto your avatar. Move the hourglass in the hierarchy into the move the hourglass in the hierarchy under the bone you wish it to be attached to. Position the hourglass how you like. Attach hierarchy. I think that's kind of it. How you like. Save changes. I need like a flavor text description. Time can behave oddly when dreaming. Perhaps this hourglass can help. Although the sound doesn't quite seem to flow. Thanks for the lurk, Rex. That's probably fine, right? For just a bit of flavor text. Time can behave oddly when dreaming. Perhaps this hourglass can help, although the sand doesn't quite... spelled that wrong. Quite seem to be flowing right now. I think that's probably done. position. I'm going to put and scale on there as well. And scale the hourglass how you like. Save. Okay, Stardust Hourglass, let's preview. Stardust Hourglass, Furality Somna inspired asset for VR chat. I'd maybe like to put a little video of it so you can see the stars move. Unity package, including Fizzburn stood up in materials, substance paint file, base avatars pictures use examples and are not included. Materials provided use the Furality Somna shader found here. Digital product non-refundable, Unity, the Arch SDK, substance file, purchasing Unity terms of service. Terms of service is like the same as it's always been. Yeah, I think it's done.
Did you know that William Shatner once tried to start up his own lingerie company for women? Unfortunately, Shatner panties turned out to be a terrible choice for a brand name.
Oh my god. Astounding. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much for the bits. That's amazing. No, not good branding decision, I don't think. Not a good branding decision. How's your day going, darling? I'm snorting to myself like it's so bad right now. Oh no. I think I'm going to publish it. Really, how are you? I'm good. We're doing the boring admin work of getting products put up on the shop. Although we were having a great conversation about birds earlier, because I do like birds. Okay. Alright, let me double check currency conversions a little bit. Okay. Can we have an alternate night for community night? I want to play more Among Us. You guys could run a community night on your own. If you want. You could just ask people. I'm going to be busy all weekend. I'm at a convention. Nobody replies when I set it up. This is the problem, isn't it? This is the problem. I have to be group mom. Let me set one up. I can't be there, but let me set one up in the Discord. Okay, at events. I'm away at con from Friday and through the weekend. Let's set up a game night for you guys anyway. Wow. Crap, I have my team huddle meeting. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Thank you for helping. It's okay, Dan. I love you. I will bully people to play games with you. I was going to post about having a yellow community night. A yellow community night. Very funny. Events, create event, voice channel, gaming, Unity, game night, free for all. No blue. No gods. Friday at 8 p.m. I hadn't got around to it because work. I was thinking either red or yellow. That's just how it is, isn't it? You know, you don't get around to stuff because you're working. So I have done it now. Red sounded too drastic. It does red because this is red alert. I'm just calling it Community Night Free for all. There you go. I've made your event. Hello, Time God. How's it going? Right. Now we need to do the other page. Oh, Nova earrings. Oh my god, Jinxie. Yeah. Jinxie v Jinxie, front page, and you're like, oh, cool, earrings, t-shirts, boobs. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Every time. Dashboard. Products. View. I'm here, I can't hear Blue, I'm in a meeting. I set up the Discord event. There we go. Currency converter again, hang on. I said I was going to do this. Okay, currency converter. So let me just check. Stuff. Checking my pricing to make sure I don't get shafted by currency conversion. Okay, so that costs that much. Pound to dollar. You're so awesome, chat. You're really sweet as well, Hope. We haven't had you around for a couple of community nights. Miss you. Okay. Products. Where's the create new product button? There it is. New product. Stardust Hourglass. Copy that. And £7 is $9.40. So I'm going to round that to just $9. Okay, so let me put this here now. Okay, Gumroad, Stardust Hourglass. There's our icon. Upload. Blech. Myself in a familiar song. Close my eyes and slipped away. Well. Okay. None of these. Pay what you want, base price. So unisex prop. Prop, I guess. Discovery. We want Furality. Furality apparently does not exist. Can we create Somna? Furality. Star. Trending. Sure, we'll allow promotion. Save all these changes. There's the icon. This is all correct. Page contacts. Upload these. Description, we're going to copy from here. Okay. Assume that works. Save changes. So you can embed video. Right, files and content. Hourglass and Substance Painter. Upload. Base product, purchase note. Let me edit product. Copy. There we go. Save changes. I have some good news, kinda, for my inventory anyway. I'm almost done leveling all the classes to 50, so I'm able to toss all my lower level gear and have plenty of room for activities. Hey! Nice! I think that was what I wanted to do at some point and then rapidly fell off. Hello! I love you. Yes.
When is that happening?
Today.
At what time?
I don't know, it's like 6 normally? Why?
I'll put like 1:45 in the
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's...
I mean, I can start cooking it like the moment I end stream at 5, or is that still too late?
No, I'm going to bed in like an hour.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna go do myself some dinner.
Yeah, because I've defrosted the chicken. I mean, I'll probably have to cook it and then put some in a tub to eat tomorrow then, and maybe freeze the burger meat and we just skip eating the burgers because I've defrosted the chicken now, so I have to use it. Okay. I'd forgotten about that. This is, what do you mean how? This is me. I'm very easily. Very easily is the answer. Sorry. Blah, poor Spook. He's being made to do a night shift when he normally does a morning shift. Literally having to do like a handbrake turn on his sleep schedule, which is gonna suck for him. Which also means that tonight should be a quiet night for me so that I can ensure he gets sleep. But yeah, I'll have to, because yeah, as you just heard, I defrosted that chicken to cook into a curry, and I can't refreeze it, so I'll have to just cook with it anyway, and have half the curry for me now, and put the other half in the fridge for him to have tomorrow. Fully forgotten about that. Okay. Okay, so we've got the pictures, the description, Hourglass. That all looks good. Publish. Hmm. Hmm. I generally don't mind doing a third shift, but screwing a scoop schedule like that would be a pain. Yes, it is a pain. It is indeed a pain. At least he's doing it on Thursday. Yeah. It would have been very annoying if they asked him to do it on Friday, because we're meant to be going to a convention. Why is this not published? Hourglass. Save changes. Published. Understood. Publish now. Publish product. Product page. There we go. Can I change the layout of the shop, or... Because everything's just an upload order at the moment. I don't actually know. On the plus side, it's overtime and night shift pay. Yeah. Yeah. He's working hard to try and, you know, make a good impression with people, so that hopefully good stuff happens in the future. Okay. We're done, I guess. I think we're done. Yeah, the product's alive. I guess I gotta do social media now. Which is always, in and of itself, a pain to do. I need to edit the layout of the Gumroad store at least. I want the hourglass to be near the top. Social media, ew. Yeah, my feeling exactly. Ew. The things I have to do as a person who creates things on the internet. Would you prefer if I called it marketing? I always forget how to do this. I always forget how you change the layout on Gumroad. To sin. Ah, there we go. Found it. It always takes me a while to find because it feels like it's in a very, I guess, illogical place. There we go. Put the hourglass at the top. Marketing feels less ew, but more corpo, so I don't know how I feel about it, but then again, it's not up to me, yeah. Look, it's not a fun job to do, but we have to do it. Okay, shop layout has been changed. What was the thing that Curls sent to me? Curls sent me a thing that apparently can be used to, like, post on multiple social media at once. I don't bookmark it because I'm dumb. We're still scrolling. Speaking of Corpo, I gotta get back to work, so I'll catch you for the late stream. Core, it's Wednesday. There is no late stream. But thank you. Where's the thing she sent me? Well then, meh. Yeah, basically. Basically, meh. There it is. Found it. Putting that there for later. Placing it further along so I can see it. Okay. I found it. I'm not going to look at it on stream now because I have to make like an account and stuff, but Curl sent me this website that's like meant to help you post like the same thing to multiple social media platforms. And I forgot to set it up. We are going to do other things now. Okay, let me change my profiles over. Okay, create a new post. The Stardust Hourglass. Inspired by Furality Somna, now available on Gumroad and Jinxie, which is double X. I keep thinking it's double N, it's double X. I know it's double something. Hourglass. Makes annoyed core noises. Okay, I actually have to leave now. You can't stay for the Tyrogue. Product page. Takes me a sec to go find it. There we are. Inspired by Furality, Somna, now available on Gumroad and Jinxie. And unlike last time, try not to forget to put the bloody tags on it. Otherwise it doesn't get any visibility. Furality. Furality Somna. What happens if I search that? Is there a tag for Furality Somna? I don't think there actually is. Oh, back's actually aching a little bit. I think just Furality Somna, and then just Somna on its own as well. Furality Somna. I'm just trying to make sure I'm spelling it correctly. Okay. Copy all of that. Our most hated website. Arcanine, though. Floating stars. The snad? Sand. Alt text. Save. A preview of the Hourglass. The helm and also attached to an avatar's belt. That's not the word I'm trying to spell. Preview. Save. Tweet. Post. Okay. Also need to do Instagram. Instagram, not a big interaction place for me. But we're doing it anyway. You've unlocked more on X. I don't care. Let's make this a preview of an hourglass. Okay, I need to recopy the links because they broke. Share. Ah! We have gotten there eventually. Post shared. Good, good. Ah, social's done. Copy link to post. Post in Discord. Okay. We have done all the things. Is the sound of my phone going off as I like and retweet my own posts on my other account? Okay. It's time to start something else. Okay, where is Cobble? Make sure the Furality shader is updated, because I have been asked to make an outfit. I'm going to have a little look at the Furality shader. Okay. Let's have a look-see. So you know what? Prefabs. Okay, I have a Lucky saved as a prefab. I was like, I'm gonna pull out another one. Gold 2.0, Lucky dash Somna. Okay. So I think the reason I'm opening it up is like the first really simple, easy thing I can do is I'm gonna make the scarf use the Dreamweave shader, which is like a nice, easy thing to change. Materials, Lucky. We're gonna duplicate. Lucky underscore Somna map. That one. And this one. I'm going to change to Furality Somna. And Furality Somna. Okay. Main. Enable emission. There we go. It looks shinier. Specular. No. Packed. No. Lighting. There we go, turn that down a bit. Okay. Accessories, lucky. Let's start with scarf. I'm just going to create a new material. Actually, I'm going to make a new folder here. Create new folder, lucky underscore Somna. Access, and then put ACC mats. Create new material. Scarf underscore Somna underscore mat. Furality, Somna shader. I'm just gonna go special effects, Dreamweave, and just turn that on. So that's like really easy. Do I want to do the same for the gloves? Maybe, actually. I'll have to ask Pirate, because if I do that, they don't really look like wraps anymore. Turn up the grid size. Okay, so lucky. So what I'm gonna do is, I think, grab the materials for all of the pre-existing ones, and I'm just gonna copy them and put them in the Somna mats folder. Gonna duplicate that and put it in there as well, just in case. Tail bag, duplicate, put in there. Hat, eye patch. Okay. Right, trousers. I mean, we should probably just do all these in order. We'll put them all on the Furality shader as like our starting point. Furality Somna and Furality Somna. Okay. Let's have a look at some of these special effects and what they do. Because we know what Dreamweave is. Dreamweave does that. So Starshine does that, which is a trippy thing. It's very, very metallic. Like, insanely metallic. Jesus. But I believe the point is that it has like a shimmery effect to it. It moves. That looks a bit bizarre on the trousers, though, I will say. Stardust adds the sparkle. Can any of these be masked? Yeah, map channel 3. So they can be masked. Outline for people who want it. Well, that's slightly headache-inducing, isn't it? Okay. So yeah, I think mostly it's just the Dreamweave scarf and gloves. And everything else I will actually be like doing a texture, but these two are just the shader. It's so metallic, but it moves, is like what it's supposed to do. So, if I suppose what I could do is I could mask the Starshine to put it on, like, the clover patch. That could be fun. Right. I'm just having a think. I gotta get this done within the week. I said the other day, I was like, oh, I could probably like get another asset made in time for Furality, but because I'm doing this, I probably won't, actually. Because I'll want to work on this. Well, I have to work on this as a commission. So, yes. So we could put Starshine on the patch. Because our patch is metallic on the thing anyway. On the clover. Yeah, so we could do that. Mask that off. Very golden. We got Dreamweave enabled. We got Stardust on as well. Interesting. If we put Stardust on the body... Because we're not doing a body retexture, just a clothing retexture. So what if we put Stardust on his body? I still wish that they put in a way for you to mask the actual sparkles themselves so they weren't just circles. Like you can in Poyomi. I kind of wish you could do that. So we increase the size so it's like away from his body a little bit. Maybe not. Ooh, that's fun, using base colour, actually. That way it's, like, really subtle. What if we made the tiling really big? Even bigger. It's the kind of thing that I'd get Pirates feedback on and what they want. What would the starshine look like on the eye? Probably kind of trippy. Yeah, just a little bit. That's a little bit trippy on the eye. That's not bad with it turned down. I think if we go into play mode, we'll actually see how it is like performing more in game than the preview does. Don't know. Don't know. I'm going to disable the constellation bit for now. Let's leave that there. Accessories. Nope. So that's like, so the scarf at least was really easy because I think that just works as a dreamweave thing. Okay. And the rest is going to be texturing, I think. So we're going to save. And I'm going to locate I need to locate the cobble file for Lucky's clothing, wherever I saved it over a year ago. Open. Substance files. Cobble. Pirate's cobble. Lucky for pirate. Lucky's clothes. Lucky's clothes. See how we do. I'm gonna close stream avatars. Okay. File, save as. Substance files, cobble, 2.0 for pirate, lucky clothes. Lucky clothes underscore Somna. I need to drink some water. Right. So scarf we're going to turn off. Patch. We'll start with that. Right, so the clover... Me going to create a blank thing. Copy mask. Add a mask. Paste into mask. So there's the clover. I'm going to have this clover mask. Black base. Just colour. You are also just colour, but you are white. I think? Or is this RGB masking? I think it's actually RGB masking. We'll do white for now. Export texture, just the patch, just the base color. Lucky, let's create a new Lucky Clothes Somna. Select folder, export. Open output directory. This is patch, clover, mask. Doing a risky thing here, maybe because we've not got long left on stream, so F it. We spend most of our life. Okay, I'm just going to do this like quickly. So there's the patch. The quick question of, is it RGB masking? Map 3 channel red, I think it is. It's very shiny. but it moves. Hit play and actually preview if it's going to work. And it's working, it's moving. Okay. Okay. Let me think. How do I want to change these? Special effects. I could mask out the hat and have a rainbow feather, which would be pretty cool. Doesn't work as much with the Dreamweave. But we could have a rainbow feather for funsies. Turn the patch off for now. Hat, right, that's how I did it. Oof. Things that you might change in retrospect. I might make a mask for the feather as well. Just trying to think what for. Copy mask. That mask. Turn the symmetry off. What happens if I paste into mask? Okay. Kind of what I expected. What if I invert mask? and then make all of the rest of this black. So the feather stem doesn't have colour on it. Like that. Feather mask. Black mask. Make sure you are white. Export. Hat. Only the colour. Export. That's going to be feather underscore mask. Rainbow, enable. Masks, put that into mask 3. And then we want map 3. A bit of emission as a treat. You know, make it slightly more pastel-y because Somna. Ooh, and we can limit the spectrum that it's on. That's neat. Oh, you're back. That's like changing from there. Only technically, right. I'm trying to get it to go lengthways up the, not lengthways, but like up the feather. Hang on, can I disable the map briefly? To work out which bloody way I want this. Oh, it's rotating that way? Rainbow feather. Set the speed to 4. You see how it looks in game running. Okay. Put some stardust on it, maybe? I'm on the wrong material, that's why. That one. Map 3. That was weird, it wasn't reacting. Yeah, just a little bit like that, perhaps. Hi, Lance! Is that for PK, or do we have another piratey person around? Yes, it is for PK. PK wants, Somna stuff. Sorry, I just realised that this is partially blocked off. Well, PK wants Somna stuff. Okay, so we've put a rainbow effect on the feather with some stars. I've put the starshine metallic effect on this, which when it plays is actually animated. There's a little bit of it in the eye as well. His body's all been changed. Everything's been changed over to the Somna shader. I've put Dreamweave on this scarf here. I'm gonna ask PK if he wants Dreamweave on these, because when I put Dreamweave on them, they don't look like hand wraps anymore. They look like gloves. So I'm gonna ask PK if, like, do you want them to still look like wraps, which is what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to look like hand wraps like that. Or does he want them to be Dreamweave to match the theme? And I think everything else is probably going to be retexturing. So that's all just like shader manipulation. Hellfire Demon Circle, yes. How's your day going, Lance? Okay. Let's open the style guide. The Nidoran. I'm just trying to think about this bit here of it would be cool. It would be cool if we had the metal of that be the Starshine metallic. So I will need to mask it. Oh, substance is substancing. Ah, it's eating my frames. Okay. Okay, new layer, black mask. Color only, black. Alright, I'm going to try the RGB masking, which I have never done before. Okay, color, bright red. Red mask. Add a black mask to it. I'm going to make all of these red. Actually, we can't make the Dreamweave pattern follow the wraps, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It would be like I can't make the shader do it. I'd have to texture it to do that, which would be a lot of work on my behalf. The shader won't do it. Pirate, there you are. Hello. Right, and I'm going to put a blue mask on this. And I'm going to blue mask the this bit, the little tassel. With every project, I'm learning something new. Yes, your pants. You're on your break. Oh, nice. I am experimenting now with RGB masking, which I've never done before. I've done regular masking with like black and white, but now we're doing RGB masking, which is new. New to me, at least. So we're going to export that. Just the trouser, and we just want just the colour. Export. Open the output. And that should be trouser matte underscore mask. I'm just going to put you in here. So, trousers, masks. I'm going to put you in mask number 3. Getting the con hype yet, or is it too early in the week? I'm starting to get a little excited. I am starting to get excited. I go on Friday, so I'm only 2 days away from seeing some friends that I literally have not seen in a year. Because in very typical fashion, when we were all at Confuzzled, we were like, oh, we should meet up again, but like not at the convention. Like we should just like have a meetup sometime, and then we didn't. So I haven't seen them in a year. Right, so that map is plugged in there into channel 3, and I want to go down to Starshine. I'm going to enable it on channel 3, which is red, which enables on there, but not on there. And then if I did Dreamweave, on the Dreamweave pants are a look. If I did Dreamweave with map 3 on channel blue, there it is. Like that. And then I'm going to texture the pants themselves with colour to have something. Those things take planning, which is very hard to do for spicy people. This is true. Speaking of, even though I am at the convention, I have organised a game night on Friday. Please RSVP for everyone else, because I know how your guys' brains work, and you're like, if you don't see anyone else going, you won't go. So if you are free at the usual time on Friday to play games with people, then please go to the Discord and give the thumbs up to the event so you guys can play games to one another. With one another. So Furality, but hoping my Quest 2 is working by then. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the crash that mine had this week when we were doing those photos. I'm currently just optimistically going with, it'll work. Can you tell the kids to do something early? No kids on my bus to work yesterday. It was so nice. Oh boy. PK, I did have questions for you. Which is the Dreamweave, which is this grid, the fancy pink and purple grid material, is just a Somna thing. And it kind of just like, you can just override it. It's the thing that I've put on the scarf, on both this scarf and like the scarf that I made. I've put it on the wraps, but I wanted to see what you think, because it basically erases the wrap part of them, so they basically just become gloves. So I was going to ask you if you still want them to be hand wraps, and I will texture them differently. I won't use Dreamweave, I'll do something else. If you still want them to be hand wraps, or do you want them to be gloves? And I suppose another point to that is, I could make them gloves, but just give them a Somna texture. They don't have to be Dreamweave. I just put Dreamweave on them to see what they looked like. Don't mind gloves, okay. Do you want them to still be Dreamweave? Do you want them to be Dreamweave gloves? Or shall I just make them Somna-styled gloves? It's funny how half of your things don't toggle, because you literally told me partway through not to bother. Back to work, see you later. Bye, Core! So from what I understand, it seems that what the Dreamweave shader does is that it picks two colours, which by default is the bright pink and the bright cyan, and it will cycle through them gradually. And you see this blue is starting to creep over. I think Somna style because I like the scarf being an eye catcher. That is not a problem. That is very simple. I'm just going to put them there for now. But we'll make them gloves with like a Somna pattern. But yeah, I've also done this. I've made the feather sparkly with a rainbow. Because I feel like the leather bits I'm not going to change too much, is my current vibe. Anything that's leather I'm not really going to change. So like the bag and the hat and the patch. Although the patch has Somna metallics on it, which as you can see are animated. You can see it sort of wibbling. The gamer feather. Yep. RGB gamer feather. got sparkles on it. It's a Kirok feather. For those who know who Kirok is. I have also experimented because we're not having a body retexture. I've just put the body textures on the Somna shader, which was just like a drop-down change menu. But I turned on the sparkles, but I made them like very minor. So there's very minor sparkles all over the body, but the body itself hasn't been changed in any way because it's going to be like, you know, the clothes mainly. Doing all the stuff, so I'm probably gonna mask the metal on this to match the metal on this I just did, which has this like, it's like liquid gold, the way they've done it on the metal shader for Somna. It moves, it looks all blobby, and now this has got Dreamweave as well. Tassel's Dreamweaved. Yeah. Obviously, it's up to you if you even want to use this scarf. If mayhap there's like another newer, longer scarf mayhap that could work instead. Slap you on there. Right, so we're going to turn all those off now because we have the mask. Liquid gold is cheese in the USA. I believe it. That sounds correct. Definitely not some other, like, liquid substance. Oh my god, someone's bought the Hourglass already! Holy shit! Oh my god, it's been up for half an hour. Someone's already bought it! Ah! Amazing. Holy shit! Someone already bought the Hourglass. Me. I'll be getting the Hourglass for sure, though. Fair enough. You could probably just link your Hourglass onto your pre-existing chain if you want. Or just put it on the same way I have under there. Or you could put it on your tail bag, funnily enough. Like we were talking with Cash the other day, you could like just loop it through the belt part of the bag and just be like, look, it's in the bag. Personal choice. So, yeah, so scarf. I will send it to you when I send you everything, but scarf, really fucking easy because it doesn't actually have any textures or anything. It's just the shader. So you could literally do it yourself right now. Well, not right now because you're at work, but you could do it yourself. It's just the shader. That is 100% shader. Also, you will need the Furality shader. I will send it to you in Discord for when you are home. Welcome back, Dan! Let me get the Furality shader link for you. There's my Discord. There we go. There we go. Alright, I've sent you a link, Pirate, for the Furality shader. When you get home, you click on that link, and on the page it'll say Furality Somna shader, and you want to click the blue button to add it to the VCC. And if your computer is doing everything correctly, it should like open the VRC Creator Companion, and it will add it into your stuff. And then you go to Cobble Package, Manage, and it will be in this list, and you'll click on the plus to add it. Also, DM me if you forget, and I'll help you because it's really easy. Been playing Vintage Story, which is super hard Minecraft with a friend. Come play the video games on the Friday. Come to game night. Open up your Discord and come and respond to the event. Substance painter. Right, let's have a look at this. What kind of palettes have we got? Ah! Ah! Why? Why? Everything is lagging. Let me turn all of this off. The yellow colour. Black mask. Keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Okay. Just one night. make another fill layer here. I'm going to group, put you in there, put you in there. Let's paint it's with a fill layer, that's no good. Okay. Uh-oh. Neighbour's dog was having a sniff round Spook's car. Just hear the neighbour going, "That's not our car." How am I going to do this? Is it with an anchor? Add anchor point. Anchor. Add anchor point. No, okay, so you have the anchor point. And then anchor point, stitching. Ah! That's still not helping me though. Make it bright red so I can see. Can we add the mask? Add mask. And can we make the mask reference it? Anchor? No. Do that again. Hang on. I'm watching a tutorial. Do all of that again. I'll tell you in a minute, chat. Gonna disappear, take care of. Bye, Das. Have a good day. Oh, no. Big baby. Big baby. There's a dog. Oh, no. Is it with a generator? I don't fully know. I keep looking out the window. I'm not telling you yet, guys, because I don't know if they'll hear me or not. I've been known to talk quite loudly. The neighbour's dog is refusing to walk. Oh my god. Generator? I don't know how to do this, which is a problem. Doggo spotting is important business, it is. Okay, they've moved. So the neighbour's German Shepherd, who amusingly is called Blue, was stood outside our house, refusing to move. And I could just hear the neighbour just going, come on, come on. You big fluffy boy, he's very sweet. I got to pet him once, he's really cute. He's so big. And he was refusing to walk. He was just stood outside our house. Our neighbour was just stood there with the lead going, come on, come on, we're not going in the car, come on, we're going for a walk. And he was just stood there. It was so cute. That's not doing it. No, no. No. It's heckin' cute. It was heckin' cute. But yes, he's a big furry German Shepherd, and he's called Blue. He's very cute. Official, sharpen, warp. No, I feel like a filter doesn't do it. Substance painter, copy, paint, layer, mask. You can add an anchor point to your layer. That's what I've done. This is a reference to the original layer. Anchor point is added to. Afterwards, you're able to add a fill to the mask in your layer. You can select as your mask input. Where, though? Once I have made that, where do I put it? But where? Where do I put it? I love German Shepherds, they're so cute and have funny personalities. He definitely seems a little sweetie. He wandered into our garden once when we had a hole in the fence. I didn't know what to do because he's a very big dog and I didn't know him at the time because we'd only been here a couple of months. So I was like, I don't know if this dog's friendly and he's wandered into our garden. Because I was cooking with the back door open. It was warm. It was summer and I was cooking with the back door open. There was a hole in the fence and he wandered in because he was like, hi, I can smell something delicious. And I was like, oh my god, that's a big dog. Called Spook for help. Spook went, what do you want me to do? And I went, fair. So I went out and went to say hi to him, and he was very friendly. And I got to pet him, and then I held his collar, and I was like, do you want to go back into your own garden, bud? And just sort of tried to yank him a little bit. Well, it didn't work very well, because obviously he's a big dog. But eventually he was persuaded to go back into his own garden. Where do I plug it in? Where do I plug in the anchor point? I found a thing where it's like, oh, you can use an anchor point. And I'm like, cool, I've made the anchor point, but you didn't tell me where I'm meant to plug it in. I've made an anchor point. How do I plug the anchor point into this layer? I'm confused. Do I add it as a add paint? No. No. No, this isn't helping either. Controlling mask using an anchor point. How do I do that? Yeah, I knew he wanted my food. Hello. Okay. So what time are you going to wake up, do you think?
1:45. Do not be awake when I get up. If you are awake when I get up to go to work, I'm cutting the internet off until I get home.
You can't do that.
You will spend Thursday in silence.
You can't do that.
I can.
No.
Do not be awake.
No.
Go to bed tonight, not tomorrow morning. You have been warned.
What time are you going to be back?
About 12:30, but I have a hair appointment tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Mwah. won't have started streaming, but I'll be streaming soon. Chad is not on your side.
I'm going to type in many disrespectful things.
Chad is not on your side.
Well, I don't care. I am the side.
Okay. Yeah, so I won't have. If you're back, are you going to go straight to your hair appointment, or are you going to come back here first?
I think I've got time to come back here first and have a wash.
Okay. So I won't have started streaming by then. Okay.
If I get up and you're like sneaking around the house, like trying to sneak into bed, like I've been here the whole time. I didn't just go to the toilet and wash up my mug in the sink downstairs. No, I didn't do that. Not at all. I'm going to bed now. I will be furious. Furious.
The likelihood of it happening is not 0.
Make it!
Good night. Love you. It's gone really warm all of a sudden. Break time is over, love you all. Bye, pirate. I've mostly kept working because I knew Spook was going to bed. Normally I stop work at 5 because Spook comes home and wants dinner. But because I'm feeding myself, I'm like, well, I'm not hungry, so I'm going to keep doing work. So... Well then. Okay, hang on. So we make a fill layer within the fill layer. I think that's done it. Holy shit. Let's put like a red tint on it. But it's, yeah, that's doing what I wanted to do. Because I wanted to just tint this to be like blue-purple. To like blend in a bit more. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. Instead of being yellow, it's just ever so slightly tinted into the blue-purple spectrum. That took me way too long to find out. Because people don't explain themselves! Okay. I've mostly just changed colour, so I'm going to export colour. I'm going to put another mask on here. I'm going to put a green mask on. Green mask. Gren mask. Green mask. And what I'm going to do is, I'm experimenting. Hi. Oh, how dare you, Sam? How dare you? How's your day going? Just gonna drag this up. Been chilling, been sneezy because weather in my room not being clean proper. Oof. Also drawing lots. Hey, we like the drawing though. Thinking about how next Furality is going to turn my circadian rhythm into circadian suggestion. Yep, Furality do be like that. Smiles in European time zone. I'm trying to do this with a mouse because I'm trying to do it quickly. I'm going to export this as the base colour there. Export. I'm going to rename it mask. Trouser. Mask. File. Export texture. Export. Save. Can't wait for the Bitsko to come out and it's at motherfucking 5 AM. Yep. Getting skill issued by time zones passive emoji. Yep. Yep. That is usually how it goes, unfortunately. Because I am willing to draw a line as much as Spook just came in and complained that I shouldn't be up until 2 AM. Like, if I get the Furality schedule and it's like, hi, there's a meetup you want to go to at 4, I'm literally just going to go, well, that fucking sucks. I'm not going. I'm not going to force myself to stay up until 4 for it. Show and Explorer. Place that file. Some trouser colour. Do you want to go home? And I just gotta go, go, go. It really do be like that. It do be like that. It do be like that. Though it does come from both ends with the sleeping, though, at least. Because, like, sometimes, occasionally, people who are, like, in the US time zones are like, oh, I'm gonna have to wake up early so that I can go to this. And people are in the European time zones are like, this is at a normal time for me. But, like, in the morning for the European time zones, there's, like, nothing happening. So it's like, well, you might as well sleep in. Might as well sleep in because there's nothing happening in the morning and stay up late, but I still draw the line at, like, 4 AM. To be fair, I draw the line at, like, 2 PM. 2 PM is probably when I will... 2 AM, sorry, is probably when I will be getting off VR, as Spook has just come in and critiqued me of going to bed at 2. As 2 is probably when I will be drawing the line of, like, I'm gonna come off. So if there's anything that's 2 onwards, 2 AM onwards my time, I'm just gonna be like, that fucking sucks. Okay, trousers. We've got this new mask in. because I want to add in Stardust, enable Stardust, and I want to use map channel 3 with a green. I'm going to enable the constellations. It's going to need to be more still, I think. Yep, that's still pretty freaking massive. Helps if I have the constellation sprite sheet plugged in. There we go. Ten. And then under main, we're going to put in this texture. So there's constellations like on the lower half. Might raise that up actually. I might actually raise that up higher on the legs. Maybe just not have it masked. What if I didn't mask it and I just had constellations on the legs? Make them a little bit slower. Yeah, kind of like that. Starry pants. No, I'm going to have them flush to it. Yeah, I'm going to lower the edge fade. So it's just like active. Save that. I would be potato for Unity. Have fun being potato! I should probably stop and have food soon. I'm probably going to spend my evening working on my own Somna stuff, to be fair. Right, so that was just a simple like color change. I think with the vest, I'm actually going to be putting like some designs on it, and we have decided that we want stuff on the gloves, and also bag, masks and maps. No, lighting. Turn you down. There we go. Because I could tell that that was incorrect. Okay. So that's already pretty, well, pretty. They're nice colours. The Somna palette is a nice palette. I like it a lot. Shock and horror. So I'm probably going to put like some of the Somna sigils on the back. I feel like colour-wise for our vest. As Substance has a big old think about everything. It's having a thunk. I think it's just frozen. Substance has probably crashed. Hmm. Are you done having a tantrum? Okay. Bright purple. This is almost like the colour of the scarf originally. Ooh, it remains there in your eyes. create a black mask, paste into it. Red mask. So we're going to have the buttons be masked out so they can be the shiny metal. Black mask. But I might also add in more metal trim later. So we'll leave that for now. I'm not just going to export that and have it as it is. Because I think I'm going to put some patterns on this. It's kind of interesting coming back to this old substance file, because I feel like I can see how I've like learned more about substance, because I'm like going through how I've set some of this up and I'm like, why did I set this up this way? Okay. At least this is like fairly straight on. And I know it's upside down on here, but it's like straight on, which is good. How do I add a tiling texture to substance? Substance, add tile. There's another lichen rock. There was one yesterday. I don't even know if I have any cherish balls. Apparently I do. Okay, that is not what I was after. Somna. What if I just dragged it on? Mask. And we did say... I'm wondering if I can get this to tile and have it as like a repeating pattern. Hmm. Okay, that's not doing it. Hi again, Core. We are lagging to fuck because of Substance. I'm going to close Unity. Let's save. I'm going to close Unity because we're lagging to hell. Repeat. Ah, that's what I'm after. What if we went for screen? That's not really done anything. Substance is too substantial. Yeah. Optimization? Lol, what is that? Overlay? I can see the stream becoming unstable. I can see the red warnings of just like, something bad is happening. And I'm like, yeah, it's called Adobe. I did not mean to put that in that folder. I want it here. There we go. I'm going to do this asymmetrical in that I think I'm going to do the one panel, like the side has the pattern and the other doesn't. Have some asymmetry in here. And my question is, if I... It's becoming our health bar in Monster Hunter. What? Explain the joke. It missed me. Explain the joke. that's not doing it, but that's fine. Because I know now that what I want to do is put it in a folder. Put it in a folder. And then we give the folder a mask. That's on brand for you. Okay. Okay. Whenever I don't get a joke and then someone's like, yeah, that makes sense, you don't get it, I just sort of go, it's probably... Yeah, okay. The health bar when we're about to get thwacked goes all wibbly wobbly. I know that. I still don't understand. I'm not sure what I said for you to reference that. I've already forgotten what I said. Funny enough, the colour of the normal map is not a bad colour choice here. Merp, I'm back, was busy. That's okay, Lance. Everything is dying because we're using Substance Painter. The on-brand is the asymmetry or ace symmetry. Mobile delay. Stream is becoming unstable. Yeah, it's because of Substance. Substance is slowly killing the stream. It does this. The longer we use Substance, the worse it gets. Which makes me think that that Substance has a memory leak, but Adobe won't fix it. Oh! I have a card pack to open. Yep, there it goes. Yep, that was a big old for a second there. I should probably just end. I've overran by an hour anyway. Hang on, let me save. To be fair, Substance is starting to become unusable at this rate. We close Substance, and then we wait a second, and everything goes back to normal. There we go. Suddenly I have my stream back. Substance. What a great program. Ugh. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Substance has a memory leak, because it gets progressively worse the longer I use it. Especially when streaming. But yes, there we go. You might want to... I don't know if you want to refresh, but there's probably not a lot of point at this point. Because we have been going for 4 hours, which is unusual for me. I normally stream for 3. I'm normally a 3-hour streamer. I'm just checking things. Okay. Okay. We are done for the day. I'm gonna go. Where? I'm gonna go. And I guess look at making some food for myself. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be back in FF. It's MMO time. I'm going to be back in FF, which will be my last stream for the week because convention time tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I am going to a convention for the weekend. It starts on Friday, so you will not see me. So tomorrow's going to be my last stream for a while. Which means I'm probably going to do some sort of clickbaity title like last stream, because that's how being a streamer be. So yeah. But yes. As we've said a couple of times, there is still a game night being planned. I'm trying to organise a game night for you guys to take part in while I am away in the Discord. Obviously, it's not going to be streamed. I'm not going to be there. But hey, might be a nice chance for people to make friends and say hi if they have not done before. So please consider going and doing that. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you, Core. Hope the rest of your day goes well. Hope work goes all right. But yeah. Oh, that's handy. I literally just had a notification of friend going live. There you go. We can go raid. We'll go raid into cash for real this time. There you go. So we can do. Perfect. Let's set up the raid. There's your raid message. Start raid. Last stream going away forever. No, you don't say the forever, but you just say last stream, but you don't specify the time. Then it's not. You're not lying. You're not telling the truth. It's like it is my last stream for the week. So yeah. Right. Enjoy spending your time with Cash. I will probably spend a lot of my evening watching Cash while I do the various things I just listed. So yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy your weekend, and I will probably see you next week if I do not see you tomorrow, so take care. Bye-bye.